Yeah, 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 yeah. Jane, gold all in my chain, gold all in my ring, gold all in my watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
Back at this.
You know, it's one thing to say something that's controversial, but it's another thing to say something that's very repugnant. The question is now, should this guy continue being an owner? That's the question. Should this guy continue being an owner? You know, everyone has their thoughts. You know, everyone has their opinions. But you know, when your opinions and your thoughts become public knowledge, the question is now what? And then another question is you know, will his team shut down on him? Will his team take these remarks personally and say, you know what, we don't want to play for a guy like this? And, I mean, so unfortunate situation, but I think the league needs to take a very long, hard look on whether this guy should continue being an owner or not.
You can read these statements over and over. You can read the story over and over, and you still cannot believe what you're reading.
Well, first of all, you can believe it, because this has happened before. He settled a lawsuit years ago. Obviously he owns a lot of land and things also, and he settled a lawsuit that said he was discriminating against blacks and Hispanics. So this is habitual. This is the first test of Adam Silver. He's got to suspend him right now. First of all, they got to prove his voice on the tape. But this is the first big test from Adam Silver. You can't have this guy making statements like that. He has to suspend him and fine him immediately. He has to be suspended. You know, Ernest, and the problem I have with it, if somebody want to be racist, that's all right. That's their thing. But when you're in a position of power and you can take jobs and economic opportunity from people, that's what crosses the line. But we cannot have an NBA owner discriminating against a league that we're a black league, Ernie. We are a black league. I don't know the number, but I'd probably say 80% of our players are black.
How do you take this as a player?
Well, that's a different animal.
Ahmed Haddadi?
Yeah.
Where's he from?
He's the first Iranian to play in the NBA.
There aren't any Iranian players in the NBA.
He's the only one.
Hisham Iran?
I guess so.
I mean, that Iran?
Yes.
I mean, the real Iran?
Yes.
Wow. Well, Haddadi. That's Haddadi.
Sure it's not Borat's older brother?
So Tinsley is back. Gay goes out.
If they ever make a movie about Haddadi, I'm going to get Sacha Baron Cohen to play the part.
Well, Gay had quite a second half with 21 points in the half, getting the greeting from happy head coach Lionel Hollins. Here's Haddadi. Nice little backdoor pass.
Look at that pass.
I guess those Iranians can pass the ball.
Especially the post players.
The second video I want to show you guys came from the Kansas State Southern Miss game regarding Angel Rodriguez, a freshman who was born in San Juan, played high school in Miami, Florida, plays for Kansas State. He's a freshman, damn good player, hard-nosed player, a Frank Martin player, to say the least. So he gets fouled. He goes to the free throw line to shoot a free throw. As he's walking to the free throw line, the Southern Miss band has a racist chant for Mr. Rodriguez. Here's the video.
As you see Mills trying to come over and draw the charge, Rodriguez has already let the ball go, and he's a freshman, but he's about as cool as they come right now. No facial expression whatsoever.
Wrong. Absolutely, positively wrong.
Well, new tonight, a new basketball league is coming to Atlanta, but here's the catch. You're only eligible to play if you're white. Well, tonight, some are asking, is that racism or is that the owner's right? CBS Atlanta's Tony McNary has some tough questions for the owner and former NBA great Charles Barkley. Tony.
That's right, Bernard. You know, this All-American League, this All-American White League will be positioned here in Atlanta. My tough questions to the founder, Don Lewis, as well as NBA great Charles Barkley, is this league racist?
It's just blatantly racist, because if you look at the cold words he used, like trying to say we're carrying guns, fighting people in the stands, things like that.
Former NBA great Charles Barkley has never been one to hold his tongue. He has a lot to say about the proposed All-American Basketball Alliance for whites only.
I don't take it seriously, but it just lets you know there's definitely blatant racism out there.
Don Moose Lewis is the man behind the league. Lewis says he's not a racist, he's a sports promoter.
I think Charles is a great character. I mean, he's amazing. I mean, and what he says, and he's a little off the wall too, but he has his opinion.
Lewis's background is in boxing. He even tried to start a conventional minor basketball league in the past. It failed.
Is this racist? No.
Lewis says white players are being shut out of the NBA. Now, in order to play for his league, the AABA, players must be born in America. Both of the parents must be white, and the players must keep the tattoos to a minimum.
It's not going to be, again, the street-type ball mentality and show. It's going to be different.
Sir Charles isn't buying it.
It lets you know, as a black man, there are people out there who don't like you.
Okay, so Lewis says you don't have to be white to own a team in his league, but you do have to be white to play and coach. Live in Atlanta, Tony McNary, CBS Atlanta News.